said tech troublemaker. He's got the plan. Oh, yeah. Helping creators cause he can.
Is your YouTube channel ready for 65-inch and greater size TVs? Would someone watching your channel on a 65-inch TV right now embarrass you or delight you? If that's the case, fantastic. But if it's going to scare you and you're going to be embarrassed by it, then this is the episode for you. We're going to talk about optimizing your YouTube channel for TV viewing. Why? Why TV viewing? Well, that's pretty simple. It's because, ta-da! It's because optimizing YouTube videos for TV viewers is an amazing thing to do. Streaming's share of TV time was 44.8% of all TV viewing in May 2025, the highest on record. YouTube's share of total usage, 12.5% in May, 12.8% in June. 12.8%. Netflix only did, by comparison, 8.3% of total streaming in June. Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu added together are still not as much as YouTube by itself. So that means you need to start focusing on TV just a little bit. You don't have to make a lot of changes. You may already be doing everything you need to do, but stick around and listen. Why? Well, for one thing, why optimize for TV? Larger audience. Many viewers are on smart TVs watching YouTube or streaming devices. I've got a Roku I use for mine. Immerse experience. So TV is often more relaxed. You probably got a cool sound bar on your TV. See, these are all amazing things. And then higher production value expectations. So people expect you to do just a little bit higher production, but we're going to talk about that. It's not a big stretch. You don't have to go and clobber yourself to make it suddenly amazing. And then potential for longer watch times. I like, for example, somebody goes and turns on your channel watching your videos, and they run off to the kitchen and cooking something, or you went and go get a snack. It's like when they're watching football or some other show, they go and they do things in their life, and then they sit back on the couch and they bump up the volume and they watch. And so there they are watching your channel, and it can definitely boost your watch time because of it. Then visuals. You need high resolution video. So it needs to be crisp and clear on every screen, including smartphones. And it needs to be shot in high resolution. So at least 1080p minimum, but 4K if you can do it. Elgato just came out with a 4K face cam, so that might be a low barrier to entry to get you a 4K camera if you don't already have one. So good lighting is essential. You want everything to look crispy and yummy. Yum, 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 yum. And then avoid shaky footage. Now, for a talking head video like this, what's the big deal? No shaky footage here. It's going to be great. So if you are running eCam like I do, then here's the settings that I set under preferences, under stream, so that I go out in 4K on my channel. Now, you do have to have the internet to be able to support that if you want to do 4K. Or just do the setting right below that, the 1440. It's still better than 1080, but if you've got great lighting, 1080 can be more than passable. So you don't have to go run off and say, it's got to be 4K. He said it had to be 4K. It doesn't have to be 4K. It just needs to look good at 1080. But 4K gives you so many options. When you go back and reuse content, you can zoom in tighter on 4K because it was crispy when you made it, you know? And then just higher resolution. So on thumbnails, yes, 1280 by 720, but you can do bigger. You can do 1920 by 1080 as well, as long as a file is less than 2 meg. So a PNG usually does a trick there. And then you need clear and balanced design. You got to avoid clutter. Easy to read fonts. They've got to be crispy, 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 crispy. You want them to be so crispy so it's easy to watch. And then a strong visual hook that grabs the attention of the viewer. Yes. And then here's the catch. So now that you are doing your stream on TV, how do you do your call to action? So, for example, not everybody knows that when you're watching TV, watching YouTube on TV, that you can connect the YouTube app on your phone to what you're streaming on your TV so that you can chat there. But lots of people don't know that. So how can you communicate with viewers? Well, you can use QR codes, for example, or you can do polls to interact with viewers and say, hey, I'm taking a poll. So like, for example, I got a poll tonight asking, do you watch YouTube basically on TV? And so put it out there. Say, hey, yes, I do. Answer that poll that I've got. I'll end it here in just a couple minutes. But yeah, are you watching YouTube on TV? It's a great question. So, like, for example, if you do want to subscribe to my QR code, you take your phone and you scan that QR code, and it'll take you to my sign-up page to get my newsletter. I just started last week. It's finally going out, so I'm pretty excited about it. So anyway, yeah. And then cringe strategy. You got to be episodic and binge-worthy. You got to do things to keep them watching. Create a series. Develop themes or storylines that span multiple videos. That's a great thing to do, like my creator therapy series. Or encourage binge watching by designing content that naturally leads to the next video. It works great. And then longer form content. So TV viewers sitting on their couch are willing to watch longer videos. So if you can make an engaging video that, say it's an hour, well, that's great if you make it so engaging that they stick around and they watch the whole thing. And so that makes it worthwhile for them to sit on the couch and watch your video. Content strategy. So organize playlists so that, hey, here's a playlist I think would be great on your TV. Organize content in a logical playlist. Clear playlist titles so that people say, oh, hey, what's going on? So, yeah, we'll get to the chat here in just a second. Facilitate binge watching. Playlist encourage viewers to watch multiple videos without interruption. Okay. Channel presentation, optimize channel page. So, TV show hub. You create visually appealing layout. We'll talk about that. I'm going to show you a demonstration in just a minute. Prominent sections, you just hire, for your newest, most popular content. And then high resolution channel art. So we're going to talk about that here in just a sec. Hang on, I'm going to do some demo. You're going to like that. It's going to be very helpful to you. So now, audio and text. You need clear sound. Sound has always been king. People will watch a bad video as long as there is clear audio. Audio is king. They will accept some messed up video if your audio is crisp and clean. So do your best to have great audio. And then on-screen text needs to be very readable. Like, for example, this PowerPoint presentation is terrible. Yes, I'm violating all the rules right now. Only somebody on their TV can probably read the slides, so it's fine. I'm telling you the information. And then subtitles and closed captions are a big plus because even with the TV on, people are using closed captions a lot. So I go back and I add captions to my videos after they've gone live. So that, when I've done a live video or if I do a recorded video, I'm going to have captions from the get-go. They will have subtitles so that they can use. And they have the option to change them into other languages. So you want to support people who want to watch. That also is great on mobile devices. Lots of people will watch your videos with the audio completely turned off. And so that's the kind of stuff you need to do to help. All right. Analyze your YouTube analytics, monitor watch time views, and subscriber growth specifically from TV devices. Embrace the lean back experience. Focus on immersive storytelling and high production value. Focus on engagement. Encourage your viewers to stay tuned through compelling content, not constant interaction. And then conclusion, and stick around because I'm going to show you a demo of a couple things that we find very helpful. In fact, I'm going to show you something that I want you to screenshot if you happen to be on a device that allows you to screenshot. Now, granted, if you're watching on your TV, you can't screenshot that, but you could take your mobile device, take a picture of it, I suppose. But, here, elevate your content for the big screen. Invest in quality, high resolution, clear audio. Strong visuals are key. Think like a TV producer. Create engaging content. And then utilize analytics to understand what's going on. So, hey, let me show you a couple things, and then we'll go to the chat. All right. So, first up, I want to show you this right here. So this is my channel right here. Let's do a little zoom in so you can see it. And big. All right, there we go. All right. Notice that for TV, 6.3% of my videos are watched on TV. Move my head out of the way there. Sorry. I'm blocking it. So 47.5% is watched on a computer, 38.7% is watched on a mobile device, 7.5% on a tablet, but 6.3% of my content is watched on a TV. So if you go to your YouTube analytics and you go to audience, go look for device type and see what device people have been using in the last 28 days on your channel. And this will tell you if it's worth your investment in time. And so if 6.3% of you are watching on TV, wow, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. I hope you are enjoying this and that. I'm going to get better on the visuals. I promise. This was a bad PowerPoint. Was a bad choice tonight, I know. All right, next up. I want you to screenshot this, so hang on. I'm going to full screen this puppy. All right, I'm going to get my head out of the way. And there you go. I'm out. Screenshot this. Why? This is for your channel banner, okay? See right here? So right here, this is the safe area. This is what every device will show. Mobile devices and desktops always show this area. If you're on a tablet, then it shows this area right here all the way to here. If you are on a desktop, then here's the max. But if you are on a TV, a 4K TV, then this up here is viewable on a TV. Ooh, there we go. So this right here, I have this set up so that some of these graphics are seen when you're on a 4K TV. You will see, like, so this right here is safe for mobile in the middle here, and then a little bit on the sides here for desktop. But this right here, those will be seen by a 4K TV because they will show up. And so when somebody is on your channel and they are looking at your graphics, looking at your channel banner, they're going to see that on their TV when they are on your channel. So you want to make sure they can see that, because that, take advantage of that. Put some messages just special for your TV viewers. That's like an Easter egg. Hey, for my TV viewers, I've got this little Easter egg. So if you're on a 4K TV or watching on a big screen, you'll see this little header up here that nobody else sees because only my TV viewers are seeing that. So you can put special messages out there. You can put QR codes that's specific to them. But again, you got to think about how to reach your audience. Okay. So, all right. Okay. Content. Live. Studio. Okay. So here's our poll right here. I'm going to end it right now. It's my favorite way to watch occasionally. So have you ever watched TV? Have you ever watched YouTube on your TV? It's my favorite way to watch occasionally for long videos. No, I stick to phone or laptop. I didn't even know you could. So I'm going to end the poll. Thank you so much to all of those that participated in that poll. All right, so let's go and see what you guys are talking about. Ta-da! Okay, add the broadcast. All right, nope, I'm supposed to put the poll there, but what the heck. All right, so now let's go shout out. Ta-da! All right, what's up, tall boy? How you doing, man? So when you say develop a storyline, what do you mean? So maybe, for example, you do a series of videos about a particular topic. So let's say, for example, I'm going to talk about an iPhone and the new features of iOS 26. And I might go through and talk about all the different features on that phone. And I will do multiple videos and say, okay, well, today I'm going to focus on sound. Tomorrow I'm going to focus on using the camera. And then do a series. So, and then have them kind of set it up in a playlist where they can play one right after the other. That's focused content, and if somebody has an interest in that, then they'll come back and watch. Laura, CZ, happy Tuesday, welcome. George, hey, I'm sorry, George, I didn't have a quiz where you could win a prize, but thank you for being here. So, does the watch recommend minute video show on the TV when the current video? Yes, it does. It absolutely does. And I know, for example, my Roku on smart TVs, I can go and choose that video and have it play. Or if they have autoplay set up, it will automatically play that next video for them. So, and how you doing? Yeah, I don't know what time zone. Let's see, you're in Vietnam. I don't know what time it is in Vietnam right now. Let's see, the Philippines, it is 9:16 a.m. I would guesstimate it's probably like 8 something. Florence, how you doing, Florence? So good to see you. But you want to stay in the safe area, or are you saying make it for 4K and only they can see the message? Well, so what I'm saying is the safe area is the most important area for all devices. That safe area is the area that is used for your mobile devices, for desktops, everything. But you got that screen real estate. If you put something in that extra area that is focused on your TV viewers, it could be an Easter egg or something bonus. You can allude to it. Hey, if you're watching on TV, on a big screen TV in 4K, by the way, there's a discount code for a product I'm selling now. So if you go to my store and click the QR code, here's code Trouble that will save you $5 on anything on my store. And so that's the kind of thing that you can do to make your viewers feel special. You know, Philip in the house. Hey, Roy. Just Toronto. Hey. Hello. That's okay, Roy. George, glad to see you. Yep. Yes, even if your video is not in 4K, you can export it from CapCut and Canva in 4K and then upload to YouTube. Your video will be labeled as 4K and published before non-4K videos such as on TV. Top tip. That's a great advice. Thank you, Enda. That is fantastic. So, exactly. So, yeah, if whatever your editing tool is to do video, you can edit it. You can scale it up to 4K even if it started at 1080. It will export out at 4K for you, and then when you upload to YouTube, you say, oh, it's 4K. So you'll notice on my channel, a lot of my videos are labeled as 4K. When I record on my iPhone, I record in 4K. When I do Ecamm or whatever streaming software you might use, if you have a camera that supports 4K, then I'm doing 4K. And so I've been doing that for a while. Hey there, Tora. Yeah. So these are things it's very important that you have highly legible fonts. You know, that rule about not using maybe 4 to 5 words max on a YouTube thumbnail is very important there, because you've got to make that font big enough and clear enough for people to see it so that it's truly there. And there they are. So, yes, that is so important. And these are things you can do to optimize for your TV viewers. And I really feel like TV is going to keep growing and growing and growing for viewers to watch on YouTube. And you're going to start finding that people watch series on YouTube before they watch it on broadcast TV, because broadcast TV is floundering. What do you watch anything on broadcast TV now? I can't think of anything that I watched on broadcast TV except Saturday Night Live. That's about the only thing and I usually watch it recorded so I don't have to stay up so late. You know, but I can go on YouTube and watch the show. It's broken in pieces. It's really annoying, but I can watch it in pieces. Or The Daily Show. I love the monologue at the opening of The Daily Show. I go watch it. Yes, I have a Paramount Plus subscription for what it's worth. But I watch The Daily Show opening segments always on YouTube. That's just something that I do. Why? Because it's convenient. It's right there on YouTube. I'm watching YouTube anyway. YouTube is recommending it to me. So it's there. Hey, so exactly. Ta-da! Florence says, hey, Tora, George, and everyone. Hey, yep. Hey to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So that are my tips on how you can optimize for 4K. Let's talk about it. I'll recap. 1, record at least 1080, but if you can, record in 4K. As in the trading mentioned, whatever your editing tool, you make it scale it up to 4K, and then, you know, when you export it out, so it'll show up in 4K on the TV when people watch. TV viewership, 11.8% YouTube streamed. 11.8% of YouTube was streamed on TVs. Okay? It's just crazy You got to get out there. My channel, 6.5%. So it is getting bigger and bigger, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And you're going to find content creators are going to make content for YouTube that would very easily fit a TV model of a broadcast studio. You know, there's going to be streaming series that you would have thought, wow, I would stream this on FX or Hulu or something like that. There would be original programming that people will broadcast on YouTube. And so it's going to continue to be the place to be. Everybody's like, what's going on with creators? What's going on with YouTube? It's just going to get bigger and bigger. We're at the beginning, y'all. We are at the beginning. You see that video podcasts are exploding. People are listening to your video podcast while they're in the kitchen. They're listening to your video broadcast while they're working with their kids. You know, yeah, it's true. So, Tallboy here says, you know, howdy, Florence. Tallboy says, do you think TV shows like Daily Show, ESPN are taking away from creators and double dipping the ad revenue and traditional ads? Yeah, but it's a fair playing ground. You can upload a video. What does it cost you to upload a video to YouTube? It costs you nothing. I mean, yes, you bought all the equipment, you bought all the streaming gear, you're paying all the subscriptions to make it possible to make the quality of show that you want to make. You've got an open playing field. You can go talk about sports if that's what you want to talk about. There are so many shows that pull in way bigger audiences than what Daily Show or ESPN are pulling in. Yes, are they double dipping because people are watching the show on TV and they're getting some ad revenue there, and then they're watching on YouTube and they're getting some ad revenue there? Yeah, it's true. But you're going to find a day in the far future where streaming services, it's already happening, streaming services are pulling content creators from YouTube, or they're getting exclusive deals where, okay, well, maybe you want to put stuff on Patreon, but how about instead you show it on our network and we'll pay you for it. And so that model's coming. Creators are going to start double dipping. They're already starting to do it. And so it's going to be huge. It's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So be ready for it. It's coming. You're going to be excited. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. Remember, Google Videos, glad they stuck with the YouTube platform. Yes, that is true. I do miss Google Plus though, but that's a different topic. And Paramount Plus is probably going to lose me over Colbert and what will happen to other shows that I shouldn't watch but do, that are on Paramount. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, all that to mean is, yeah. So make sure your audio is great. Do the best video possible. Have excellent lighting. Do large fonts, minimal words. Make sure anything you show on screen is clear and crisp and can be seen. Don't do a PowerPoint presentation like I did. The whole point, though, is that basically all these things would make a video better anyway. It's not just because you're getting ready for TV. And then the other thing is realize, though, when they watch on TV, your call to actions will fall flat when you say things like this video. Yes, on a smart TV, you can go hit the like button. I know I can do it on a Roku, but you can't comment unless you connect your phone YouTube to your YouTube you're watching on a Roku or a smart TV. And that is an option. And I'm going to do a video soon where I explain to folks how to do that so that they know how to comment when they're watching from their TV, if that's something they want to do. But another way is use QR codes and to use surveys and that type of thing. And so those are ways that you can let people know, hey, interact with me that way, And then I like the idea of putting Easter eggs on your screens so that people see, hey, there's a little Easter egg that only somebody watching on TV sees. People love genuine content. Person next door, especially now that AI videos are, now that the AI slop is here, it's time to give people quality, reality, truth, authentic. Be you. This is the best time to be you possible on YouTube. So that's it. That's our show for tonight. I do appreciate everybody that came by. Yeah. And so I hope you've had a great week. And that's it. That's our show. Here is the outro. By the way, that QR code I showed earlier, that does take you to my subscription page for my newsletter. So if you're interested, I just started last week with releasing the first issue of the newsletter. I'm going to make sure it has great content or else I won't even release it. So that's the story there. Y'all have an amazing week.